It was just we did a whole show. Sorry guys, the show's over. We
Yeah,
did the show
yeah,
before
yeah.
we got on the
This was great.
mic.
I'm glad I did this.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. Welcome to We'll Fix It a Post, old ass movie reviews, where we review movies from pre-1999 for free 99. I'm your host, Don Vega.
And now, I'm Joe Sonnenblick, and now my video's all choppy, which is great. I'm a fan. It wasn't while we were talking, but now it is. Good. I won't move that much. I won't move my head. Won't move my head.
Yeah. So we got a little caught up at the end of the last week of April there.
I got a job.
To do our somebody wants to have a whole responsibilities. Fucking real selfish. Man.
Somebody wants
just really cut into the schedule of this show.
Somebody wants to have money to go to the track with. It's true.
Fucking guy, always thinking about himself. So yeah, he's got a new job. He's got a new corner where he's selling his body, and
one bull,
is
$5.
So if you drive by, just toss him a couple nickels.
So that'll cost you $15 for all three.
There you go. Oh no,
yeah,
all three balls. Yeah,
try to find the third one. It's not where you think it is. Not where you think it is.
Remember when I said we gotta maybe lay off of the blue collar? I mean, yes, I did call you a prostitute. I started it.
You did.
But I feel like you made it substantially worse.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I did. I called you a white collar prostitute. There was a white collar prostitute joke, and then you took it to purple. You went past blue and went to purple. Anywho. Yeah. So anyway, we're doing this is, we're doing the last movie of our April comedy month
in May,
which is whatever.
Night at the Opera.
That's funny. That's funny, right? We did it later.
Yeah.
Funny. No. Funny. It's a joke. You get it? It's a joke.
Yeah. We have lives. Fuck you.
We're doing the Marx Brothers A Night at the Opera, 1935's A Night at the Opera, which was a suggestion by Joe Sonnenblick, which was obviously, came to light because of that awful movie we saw called The Pest, which was our last review.
And it's gotten a lot of views. I can't believe how many views that shit has gotten.
How many did it get?
It's like 42 or 43.
Oh, wow.
I can't even believe. I feel like that's more people than saw that movie.
Telling you. I mean, when at least when I watched this movie, A Night at the Opera, I see exactly what he was going for. He literally was trying to be
Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and granted, he did do a lot of Looney Tunes stuff too, so my observation wasn't off there.
No,
but he literally was trying to just channel. He was doing his Groucho Marx movie. That's what he was doing.
Did it very poorly.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, we're not reviewing that anymore, so.
No. But I just still feel really bad about it. And I apologize.
We can watch that stink off on nipples and keep it moving.
Yeah. Well, it led us to this, so that's a good thing. That's a plus, right?
Yeah.
It put us in this direction, and we finally have. I think it's been a while since we've jumped back this far in the movie. It's got
to be Nosferatu. Gotta be.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is 1935. When was Nosferatu?
1922.
Right. And then the other Italian one was like in the 40s. We did something in the 40s.
Oh, before. Okay. Yeah. Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah.
That was, it was 48. 48.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Damn, I guess so. This is the first 1930s movie, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess so.
It is.
Interesting. Yeah. So, what do you got?
All right. So, Otis B. Driftwood is Groucho Marx. Tommaso is Harpo Marx. Fiorello is Chico Marx. Mrs. Claypool, the always great Margaret Dumont, who she has like a museum based on her films, based on these films. She's in every Marx Brothers film, Margaret Dumont. Laspari is Walter King Wolfe. Rosa is Kitty Carlisle. And Ricardo is Alan Jones. The synopsis, I didn't want to do the game. I just did the synopsis. A sly business manager and the wacky friends of two operas.
Are you talking about the fucking...
Shut the fuck up. Shut.
It's not a game. It's, nobody wants to do that. It's terrible. When you read different fucking descriptions from different places. Let me tell you something. There will be no more. There will be no more salida.
I still watch that. I still watch that episode from time to time when I need a laugh, when I almost have a stroke.
What are you going to do when J-Lo comes for you?
Yeah. A sly business manager and the wacky friends of two opera singers in Italy helped them achieve success in America while humiliating their stuffy and snobbish enemies. Yeah.
Time out. Yeah. I think I just figured out our first merch shirt. What you gonna do when J-Lo comes for you?
Well, I mean, that's not nobody would know what that means.
I know, that's why it's so good. You're like, what? And then I go back and explain it. Therefore, ipso facto, getting us views on that episode because I have to explain it to people.
Yeah. Or we could have one that just says a Don's suggestion or Joe's suggestion. We could do. People would wear that.
No, you ruined it. Thanks.
Yeah,
you can put a QR code for the link to that episode on the shirt. They were like, what does this mean? Scan the QR code.
Yeah, people really want to wear QR codes on their body, Don.
Right.
That's not where you think it is.
This link doesn't go where you think it goes.
Enjoy elephantitis.
Oh no, you looked up blue waffles.
How many girls? How many cups? All right, this was directed by Sam Wood.
Don't look up blue waffles. Don't look up blue waffles. It's a bad idea. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it? Do you know what it is?
I know what it is. It's bad. I know what it is. Yeah, don't do it. 2 girls, 1 cup. Whatever you want to do.
It's so passe now, I guess.
It's still grossing me the fuck out.
It's still gross as fuck, but like on a, it's like become.
It might as honestly, you might as well call it 2 Girls, 1 Cup, or the story of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Also, R. Kelly, he did it first, and also, well, did he?
Well, did R. Kelly have that
little thing
with the poo-poo?
R. Kelly, yeah, he had some shit. Yeah, he did shit stuff.
Odell Beckham Jr. had that too. The wide receiver.
What it was. That's what I was thinking of. Odell Beckham Jr. Trey Songz had some prostitutes urinate on him.
I mean, you're already paying for it. Why would you do that?
That's what you pay for. That's what you pay for. I don't know.
Pee comes out of you. It's just
to me.
Yeah. If something comes out of me, that's where it's going. Out. Stay back. Get away. All right. So Sam Wood is a regular Marx Brothers director. They had another one, I forget, but Sam Wood is usually the one who makes the great Marx Brothers films. There are a couple in the 40s that are really terrible. The Big Store and At the Circus. Those are not Sam Wood, I believe. So the trivia is really funny. It's so Marx Brothers. Groucho said that this was the favorite among all his movies. Producer Irving Thalberg would often call people in for meetings and then keep them waiting in his office for hours while he attended other meetings on the MGM lot. One day during pre-production for this, Thalberg kept the Marx Brothers waiting for several hours in his secretary's office while he was in his own office making phone calls. When Thalberg's secretary went home for the day, the brothers decided they had enough. They pushed the office file cabinets together at Thalberg's door, trapping the producer in his office. After, Thalberg kept his appointments with the Marx Brothers, but would often interrupt his meetings with them to step out to other meetings, again keeping the brothers waiting for hours. One day, Thalberg came back from another meeting to find the Marx Brothers naked sitting in his office and roasting potatoes on sticks in his office fireplace. Thalberg sat down with them, had a potato, and never missed another meeting again with the Marx Brothers. That is so fucking cool. I
don't believe it at all.
You don't believe that?
Sorry. No.
You're crazy.
I feel like it's something they wrote. And it sounds cool. It sounds like a story that they have said over and over again.
So
that's what old people do. They make shit up.
According to Sam Wood, the first according to Sam, that was funny. That was funny. You ruined everything. According to Sam Wood.
Oh shit.
That's terrible. The first preview was a disaster with hardly one laugh, as was the second. And then Sam Wood spent days in the editing room adjusting the timing to match the rhythm of a stage performance. About 9 minutes was cut from the running time, and the result was a hit.
Yeah, that was
pretty great.
This was, to me, I mean, what are we doing? It's not much plot. I don't think you're gonna run through it. You're gonna run through it.
This is just gonna be Groucho lines for the most part.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well,
you know,
guy. The first thing I wrote was all Marx Brothers films have a very simple plot. Someone needs money and they have to save someone or someone from something. That's a Marx Brothers
film. There's always a secondary or tertiary character who's part of the crew and they're just helping them out. They really go gung-ho. And there's usually never no rhyme or reason as to why they've become emotionally attached to this person. It's just, they're cool.
And the result is usually lackluster. But everything it took to get there is so funny. So
yeah. Did you know how many Marx Brothers there were?
Yeah, 5.
6. One of them died.
Well, as a baby.
Yeah, he died as a baby.
I don't care him.
Well,
that's not funny.
Wrong. And their mother was their manager.
I knew that.
She went by a different name. Yeah, I Googled this 5 minutes ago. What else did I remember from my quick glance at a Google? Oh, yeah. They did blackface.
They did.
That happened.
A lot, actually.
Yeah.
No one wants
So, continue. Tell us how much you love Groucho Marx and his brothers.
Oh, I love Groucho Marx. I love the Marx Brothers. Sorry. I don't give a fuck. What do you want me to do? I wasn't there. I would have stopped them in 1926. I would say, you guys think this is a good idea? But what am I going to do? What am I going to do 100 years later? Not like it? He didn't do blackface in this film. What do you want me to do?
There were no black people in this film.
No.
To be actually.
No.
Not a single. There was one kid that looked a little mixed. A little boat. But that's about it. He was a little dark.
I know the kid you're talking about. He was black.
He was by the piano. No, I don't know if he was black. He might have been mixed, though. He might have been mixed. Could have been. Or Portuguese.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Do you have any facts or anything? Or?
Oh, yeah.
You got any movies for me? Or
let's see. Let's skim through. This was a fun year. 1935. Radar was first demonstrated.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that's just...
It hits him like the
right
Dickens,
away,
folks.
That's just right away. Oh, I know what I did wrong. This is supposed to be on the other... Oh, wow.
I went to community college.
I did. Didn't work out.
Yeah, me too.
Radar was invented in 1935. That happened. So
let's just do the film.
There you go.
Fuck it.
And then something about Hitler. What's this about Hitler?
That was the original title of this. Something about Mary. Something about Hitler. That would have been.
I had sushi before we started, by the way.
So does that mean?
Okay, here we go.
You're gonna shit your pants in the middle of this?
This is. Just doing this to me. Bob Hope First heard on network radio as part of the Intimate Review.
I hate Bob Hope.
Bruno Hauptmann trial begins for kidnapping murder of Charles Lindbergh's baby. What?
Smash that baby's head right against the step.
What?
Yeah, lucky. Yeah, Charles, they stole the Lindbergh baby. Tried to get money. Lindbergh said, we're not paying. Baby dead. Bye-bye, baby.
Oh, boy. Adolf Hitler orders German rearmament in violation of the Treaty of Versailles.
Yeah, he really rearmed them.
March.
He really rearmed them.
He said, "You know what? Actually, fuck you.
Go to the shed and get about 600 million guns, would you? And while you're there, turn the shed into a death camp for Jews. What do you think?
Yeah, how about that?
How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Black Sunday dust storm ravages the U.S. Midwest, leading to the region being named the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, a great Ken Burns documentary, The Dust Bowl. Really good.
White facts. 7.7 magnitude earthquake destroys Quetta in Balochistan, British India, now Pakistan, killing an estimated 40,000 people. First Penguin book is published, starting the paperback revolution.
Thank you.
I wonder what the first book was. Italy invades Ethiopia, starting the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. Communist forces and their long march at Yan'an in Shanxi, China, bringing Mao Zedong to prominence. Flying boat China Clipper takes off from Alameda. Oh, God. I don't care.
Woo! Don's getting a vocabulary lesson tonight.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Physicist Erwin Schrödinger publishes his famous thought experiment, Schrödinger's cat, a paradox that illustrates the problem of the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics.
Schrödinger. His mother called him Schrödinger. That's
Schrödinger. It's a dinger.
Yes.
Dinger the second.
Get over here, dingy. Get over here, dingy. How's that dingy? How's that cat, dingy?
And the dinger to the short turns 2. First Major League Night baseball game in Cincinnati. Reds 2, Philadelphia 1. They just got light bulbs that year? I don't get it.
No. Just keep going. I'm gonna die.
What we got here? Jesse Owens equals or breaks 4 world records in 45 minutes at Big Ten meet Ferry Field, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Future baseball Hall of Famer slugger Babe Ruth announces his retirement as player at 40 years of age.
Yeah.
Great guy. I don't know if he was. Was he? Dominican. I know that much.
Yeah. Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth. Capicu with Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Yeah. He's pronounced Bobby.
Bobby. Baby. Yeah, this was a hell of a year.
Right. Films.
Shit. Anyway, let's go. No. We got to go to the other part.
What, the plague? Where we die of the plague?
There's actually a lot of cool stuff, but next time I'll when I know it's like one of the cooler years, I'll
really,
because the highlights aren't actually very good highlights. When you click on the word highlights, kind of gives you like the whack versions. Anywho,
highlights. Highlights is a good magazine.
Born in 1935. The Singbe Ayadema.
Oh. You said Yasin Bey?
He is the Nasingbe.
Oh, Nasingbe.
No. General and President of Togo. He was.
Probably bad.
How do you know?
Feels like a bad time.
President?
Yeah. It feels like he made himself one of those things.
He was in the French Army in 1953, yada, yada. internal and external pressure. He was forced to introduce political reforms, legalization of opposition parties, and holding multi-party elections. Yada yada. Voting rigging, suppression of the opposition. No. I was hoping you'd be all right, man.
No. What else you got?
Tenzin Gyatso. Know what that is? Dalai Lama. Richard Kuklinski.
Oh, yeah, Iceman. Killer.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar.
Wait a minute. So the Dalai Lama is 89? Yeah.
Sure.
Must be a lot of kids' tongues over there.
Yeah, it was really weird, man.
The Lama.
We got Valery Kubasov.
Astronaut? Cosmonaut?
Cosmonaut.
Yeah.
I like a cosmonaut better than an astronaut. The word sounds cooler. Cosmonaut. Robert Henry Lawrence Jr.
Robbie?
Astronaut. See? Cosmonaut. Astronaut.
I'm supposed to be stoned.
I think I have food stonage. I'm definitely food stoned, and I didn't get much sleep last night. I
got a horrible night's sleep the last 2 nights.
Oh boy, that game sucked. I mean, it was a good game. That fourth quarter, that shit was ridiculous.
I haven't watched a basketball game in 3 years. Can you believe that?
Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud,
also known as Spike Lee,
King of Saudi Arabia. He was born at 35.
It feels like he did bad stuff.
Cool guy. Literally says nothing. Just says he's the king.
You know why it says nothing? Because he wants nothing to be said. It's not a joke.
He was crowned in 2015 on the death of his half brother, King Abdullah. So, doesn't the word Abdullah mean king? So his name is King. Interesting.
Works for me.
Actors born in 1935. We got Alain Delon.
Yeah, he was great. He just passed away in like 2021, I think, or 2022. He was in Godard's films.
Oh, one of the
yeah
favorites of the Jews. Godard.
Godard.
What are you, a Jew? Every other line was, you fucking Jew.
That's how he talked.
Who he was talking to.
He spoke French until it came to the Jews. What are you, a Jew?
He really did. It was rough, man. Dudley Moore.
Everything was beautiful. Dudley Moore, yeah, he was okay. He's okay.
Julie Andrews.
She's still alive.
What's that? Sound of Music?
Sound of Music, yeah. Chitty Chitty.
Sonny
no,
Bono.
Not Chitty Chitty. He skied right into a tree.
Yeah.
Dead.
Elvis Presley.
He took a poo-poo and never woke up.
And Bob Denver.
He took a plane ride and never woke up.
Is that what happened? He died from a plane crash?
Yeah.
Musicians. Luciano Pavarotti.
Yeah, he was. I liked him. He also died. Dead.
Yeah. Pavarotti was the man. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Not the man. Fucked like a 15-year-old cousin girl. Had a history of that. And his music
the
just
picture
sucks.
of him that they're using literally looks like he's
yeah, he is. He's that.
Like scolding a child.
Yeah.
He looks creepy.
He's having sex.
It's creepy. And then the other people are the same people I just said that were born. Because those were also musicians. We got athletes born in 1935. Sandy Koufax.
one of the greatest pitchers ever. He retired at age 30 and wouldn't pitch in a World Series game on Saturday because he was a Jew. So he wouldn't pitch on Saturday.
I thought you just can't do mechanical stuff on Saturday. You can't do anything.
The guy didn't want to. I don't know. Ask
what
him.
Are you? What are Jews like? You're supposed to be just be in temple and that's it.
I don't know. What do you want me to do? Rub two nickels together and ask somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you like?
I don't know either.
The Sabbath is the day off, or what does that mean? Like,
I don't know.
I guess he can't go to work. That's his job. I guess he can't
have
work.
Have a piece of challah bread and close your eyes.
Yo, this Jewish brother that I think he got down to close to single digits in conductor before he retired, like his seniority number.
Mm-hmm.
This Mr. Fine. I'm pretty sure his last name was Feinstein or something like that. We call him Mr. Fine. Cool guy. Very slow. He was a very slow conductor. He was like, he didn't give a fuck. He was purposely slow so that he can cause delays, so that he can get stops skipped, so that he could also get perhaps a trip dropped. It was all very well conceived, thought out plans. He was not a stupid person. But anyway, I remember before he retired, we were talking about we were picking our jobs for the following 6-month block of scheduling and discussing days off and yada yada. I was like, I think there was a geo coming up. There was a construction or something coming up on the weekend. I said, hey, are you working Saturday? He looked up at me. He said, yeah, I don't work Saturdays. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, yeah, Saturday's not for me.
So is that your story?
He's a Jew. That's the story.
That's a
you
have
to be there.
I gotta say,
I didn't put enough emphasis on how stupid he looked at me.
Well,
I think that was the joke. He looked at me like, what?
I gotta say,
why would I be here on a Saturday?
The sentence "he's a Jew" is very popular right now.
He's a Jew.
He's a Jew.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Foyt.
Soccer?
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
I don't know. I don't know that name.
He has sunspots. Race car driver. That looks about right now.
I don't know if I'd ever.
Yeah. He has the face of a helmet wearer. Mickey Wright.
Mickey Wright?
Yeah.
Sounds like a tennis player.
It is a female golfer.
Okay.
White.
Mm-hmm.
Female golfer. Mm-hmm. And we got Floyd Patterson.
Boxer.
Who's in a cowboy outfit for some reason in his picture next to a horse. And then we got Frank Robinson. One
of the greatest hitters ever. Not a great manager, but one of the greatest hitters ever. Super underrated. Yeah. Fantastic.
Really chokes up on that bat there. And then we got Luis Suarez Miramontes.
Well, that's got to be soccer.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Who died? Dead. Let's look at the oldest pictures first. Mm-hmm. Alfred Dreyfus.
Yeah, he was part of the Dreyfus affair. Do you know that Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld that's her grandfather, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like she was a 100 millionaire before Seinfeld, even that family.
Nuts. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Probably sounds like there's a lot of
bad
things involved. Sounds like, because he's definitely in a military uniform and he's wearing a monocle, and there is nothing that comes good of monocle wearing.
Well, wait a minute.
No. Those are two glasses.
Wait a minute.
They don't have arms. They're just hanging on his nose.
Yeah, okay, that's bad. Nothing good comes from those type of glasses. But I will be damned. I will be damned if you discourage a monocle, because Rich Uncle Moneybags from Monopoly wears a monocle, and so does Mr. Peanut. And you will not talk ill of those men.
They both profit off of the sweatshops.
Well,
how do you think they get the nuts in the shells, Joe? And then they sew them up.
They're
and they gotta sew up the peanut, Joe.
They're just characters, Don. They're not real people.
Those people in Mexico that are making those products are not just characters; those are people.
Well, gracias.
Little
keep
tiny
going.
People. Will Rogers.
Cowboy. Am I thinking of Roy Rogers?
Humorous.
You say Will? You said Will Rogers?
You fucking idiot. Oh, cowboy.
I heard Roy Rogers in my brain.
Cowboy. No, he was not a cowboy. Some white guy, vaudeville. Humorous and actor.
Okay.
T.E. Lawrence.
Lawrence of Arabia guy. He freed some
He's Welsh.
Yeah, he
Why
freed
is he
some
wearing Arabic headdresses?
I just said Lawrence of Arabia, T.E. Lawrence. He went on a mission to save some people or do some I don't know. I don't remember. Who gives a shit?
He's the guy that they were talking about in the movie. Okay, I didn't watch
that. It's called Lawrence of Arabia, Don.
I didn't fucking get it. I don't know. What it says here. He was an archaeologist working in the Near East when World War I broke out and was recruited by the British Army to help foster a revolt within the Ottoman Empire. Working with Arab forces, he successfully helped with the capture of Aqaba and later Damascus. So he is a white man who tricked brown people. Cool story.
What do you want us to do back then? Just sit around?
And then decided to wear their garbs and take pictures in them.
You know, you gotta have a little fun in his life.
Culturally appropriate. He usurped their country and culturally appropriated them. Great. Oliver
it was
Wendell
Sunday. I was born.
and a Welsh did that for the British, no less. He should know fucking better. Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. He has a really big mustache. He looks like the Lorax. His profession was a jurist.
Yeah,
judge. He was a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
One of the most widely cited. Actually,
hurry up.
Edward L. Doheny.
Hurry up.
Oil tycoon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then we got, last but not least, Huey Long.
The Kingfish.
Yeah.
He was
Louisiana governor.
Yeah, Louisiana governor. Very, very crooked man. Super crooked. All the King's Men was based on Huey Long.
He was quite crooked in this picture. He has a
super
big, giant,
crooked,
cheesy smile.
Yeah. The movie from the 60s is very good. The one with Sean Penn that came out in like 2006 or whatever, something like that, was super underrated. Like, I don't know why people hated that. I enjoyed it very much. Really, really good. What's happened to Sean Penn, too? He's making like D-list movies now.
He's been making D-list movies for like 15 years. What was the last Sean Penn headlining movie you could remember? It was like, oh, gotta go see that. Mystic River.
There was a movie he made with
longer than 15 years.
Well, that's 22. There was a movie he made called The Interpreter, I think. The Interpreter with Nicole Kidman. That was pretty good. That was 2006. He was also in the assassination of Richard. He was also in the assassination of Richard Nixon, which is criminally underrated and criminally underappreciated. It's one of the best performances ever. That was 2011? 9? I don't know. But very good. You done? Is there more? What are you, a typist now? What are you doing?
I'm a typist.
What are you doing?
Just a tip. Jazz hands.
Just gonna sit here.
Yeah. So, like I said, we don't have a really good show here. When you think about it,
No, it's terrible.
wasting
Terrible
your
show.
time.
Yeah, nobody wants to be
just
here.
Trying to click on buttons and pretend like I'm doing something. We don't have the money that they made, but we got a couple movies. Let's see how many there is here. It's not in any particular. It's too many. I'm not reading all these. Let's read
top
off.
10.
It's not it's in an order of release, not in an order of grossing. I guess they don't have that. I don't get it. Sometimes it has the information for that year, other times it don't. It's very strange. So Bride of Frankenstein came out that year.
Frankenstein?
Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride of Frankenstein's really good. Some people would argue it's better than the original.
I haven't seen either in such a long time. Let's see here. The year started off with Victor and Victoria. That was a movie that came out.
Victor, Victoria. Okay.
Yeah. Victor und Victoria. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's Waltzes from Vienna. Les Miserables also came out that year.
I saw the original. It's okay.
Vagabond Lady.
I don't know that one.
Any of these that I remember? April.
30s is a tough decade for me for film. I haven't watched a lot of 30s cinema.
Night at the Opera was November of this year. And,
what a weird time to come out. Don't you think? Because I maybe wanted to get it for Christmas.
It's not the same marketing scheme. That wasn't a thing. Movies and Christmas was not a thing back then. You just put movies out and you put it out when you could.
When it was done,
that was a thing to do anyway.
Yeah.
Movies. That was the thing. So yeah, not the same marketing plots. I don't know any of these other ones. 39 Steps, Call of the Wild.
39 Steps. 39 Steps is really good. It's Alfred Hitchcock's one of his first major releases. Really good film.
Yeah, 39. No, not 39 Steps. Call of the Wild. I know.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I've read the book.
Yeah. What does it say? International box office was 200. What? Made $239.
Who?
39 Steps.
Okay.
Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense.
Why not?
$239. That's it. And meanwhile, a movie called Top Hat made $3.2 million.
Top Hat was a super famous movie, though.
Well, clearly. This, yeah, all right, I'm done.
Myrna, is that Gene? I don't know who is in Top Hat. Myrna Lloyd? I don't know.
I don't care, man.
Yeah, all right. You ready for what you want to do? The film?
That's it. I don't want to be here anymore.
All right. So start with the film. All Marx Brothers. Shut the fuck up. All Marx Brothers films have a very simple plot. Someone's money and they have to save something or other from someone else. I wrote the best one-liners ever. This is just going to be a bunch of Groucho Marx lines. $9.40. This is an outrage. I wouldn't pay it if I were you. There's something about me that brings the business out of women. Yeah, you can marry me and they'll kick you out of society, and all you would have lost was $200,000. The easy way to get into the plot is through Groucho's one-liners. Just trying to get this woman into high society. Lay off the lovemaking, Gottlieb. I saw her first, but of course her mother saw her first, but there's no need to bring the Civil War into this. Harpo playing the scam character, as he often does. Harpo, the most physical of all the Marx brothers, was also a classically trained harpist, as you will soon find out. He did all his own stunts.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. He must have been hurting after this one. The love stories in the Marx Brothers films are really awful all the time. They just move the story to get to the Groucho one-liners. Chico Marx, usually playing the Italian trickster, also a classically trained pianist, as we will soon find out.
So he's doing a stereotypical characterization of Italians too, because they are French and German Jews.
Mm-hmm. Rosenberg was their last name, I believe.
No.
No?
Nope.
You sure? I thought it was
yeah.
Julius Rosenberg was Wasn't it? Was it Groucho was Julius?
No.
He was Julius.
Wrong. Their last name was Jews.
It's tough.
Dod Jews.
Groucho Marx was
Schoenberg.
Julius Henry. Julius Henry
Well,
Marx.
their mother's it's Marx because that's what I'm saying. It got changed to Marx. Originally, their father's last name was something else. It was Why doesn't it say it in this one? It said it in the other one.
I don't know. Oh, Schoenberg. Schoenberg.
That's their mother's last name, but their father's last name
was Sam Frenchy Marx.
No, it was some other shit. It was with an M, but it got changed to Marx
when
his parents.
His parents were Simon Marx and Johanna Hetchen Isaac.
What the fuck are you reading, dude?
Wikipedia. I'm saying Simon Marx, the father.
Samuel Marx.
Samuel Marx, the grandfather was Simon Marx. They were the Marx people. They're the Marx.
I definitely read in a different place that their last name was something similar, but they just changed it when they came to America, like most people.
You probably got your information in the Columbia University newspaper.
It's the best paper around.
What encampments?
I had a friend call me last night to check up on me. I was like, yeah, I found my vintage Snapple bottle. I threw it and then I went home.
You went?
No, Dick. That was Jesus Christ.
I'm high now. That's it.
That was the joke. She said, I don't understand. The joke was, I don't understand why she thought I would be there in the fucking first place. I'm not going to put myself in harm's way for anybody. So I said, yes, I threw a vintage Snapple bottle, which used to be made of glass. That's the joke. And then I turned around and went home.
It's not funny.
That was my protest.
People were, during the Black Lives Matter, during the Black Lives Matter marches, which I was, in favor of, people were like, are you going to come to the marches? I was like, no. What are you kidding?
Are you fucking nuts?
Like, what are you fucking kidding me? What?
I just ran out of breath coming up the stairs to answer the phone. Just to answer your fucking phone call. I almost died.
Like, look, I support certain movements, but you got to be crazy to think that the cops also do. I don't want to be set on fire by a policeman gone crazy.
You're gonna be like, he's got a point. Actually,
I'm with you guys now. I'm with the cops.
I'm turning around.
All right, everybody, disperse.
Beat it, will you? This guy has to go home to his kids.
What matters?
Fuck it.
On account of you, I nearly heard the opera. The scheming never ends in Marx Brothers films. They usually come together in the big scheme of the film. Hey, you big bully, what's the idea of hitting that little bully? Oh, we had an argument and he pulled a knife, so I shot him. Such a great line.
It's really good shit.
So the confusing, dumbfounding moment is that they're talking about different tenors. And, the Marx Brothers are real agitators. They were looked into by the American government. They're anti-tax, anti-government in all their films. They're talking about anti-taxation because the federal income tax was very new at that time. Yeah. So they were really anti-tax and anti-big government. They could have been considered communists, but I don't think they were. You don't know.
I mean, look, nobody. It was a very common fucking thought of this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really was
still a common thought. Still a fairly common
money
thought.
Going away from your pockets.
Yeah, it's true. Don't you know what duplicates are? Yeah, there's 5 kids up in Canada. It's like jazz, the way the scripts are written, especially singular. Playing off each other with these words is a Marx Brothers staple. Confusing and tricky at times. Really having you... I rewinded some of the jokes. They were so funny. Like, what the fuck did he just say? You know? So good.
Yeah.
Them tearing up the contract scene.
I was literally just about to bring that up. Yeah. The contract scene was fucking hilarious.
It's beyond time. It's beyond... This is 90 fucking years ago. You know?
Yeah.
And it's so fresh. And it's like... No.
That's a no good. That's a no good. That part is a no good. That second part. That's no good.
Yeah. You go to they went all the way to the 9th part.
That's what I was saying about now to unfortunately bring back the pets, is where when you break the rule of 3, you got to keep going. And then there's a threshold to where it's like you've gone past the threshold of 3. Now you've gone past the threshold of, all right, when is this bit going to be over? Now you're going past the next threshold of, I don't want this bit to end.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited to see where it goes.
You've made so many U-turns that you made it funny.
Exactly.
You know?
And Groucho Marx is obviously, the Marx Brothers are obviously masters at that.
They don't care. They didn't care about... And Sam Wood, who directed this, and I forget who wrote it. I had the name and I just didn't write it down. They just know the power of the Marx Brothers too. Just letting them do as and Sam Wood said that the Marx Brothers didn't rehearse, and except for the piano stuff and the harp stuff, which they only rehearsed once, and they would usually just nail it in 2 or 3 takes, which for this type of comedy is unbelievable.
It's pretty unbelievable, especially in this specific film being so choreographed. And music numbers. I'm sure the music numbers were not just 1 or 2 takes. I'm sure that, like the harp thing, it sounds cool, to say that he did it in 1 take, but come on. The piano stuff, once you're, I don't know, these guys are like,
they're classically trained.
They're classically trained, so maybe they just knocked it out and was like, look, I know this fucking song, don't worry about it. I gotta take care of it.
Yeah, and what's really cool about the piano scene and the harp scene,
with the kids,
more so the piano by Chico, there's a lot of improvisation and like dissonant notes and like free jazz happening before free jazz was even a thought, like playing altered notes and shit.
So you're saying that you're saying that Chico
White's invented jazz, White's invented jazz.
Okay, that's what I was reading between the lines.
Yes. That's why La La Land is my favorite film of all time, because
that makes sense. Yeah,
it's a film for whites to explain jazz to blacks.
Got it.
With John Legend. Oh, watch out! Had an earthquake. Hit and run driver, huh? Slips the bill in the guy's pocket. Very funny. Now, just walks into people's rooms. There's always heart, though, in a Groucho Marx character. They probably say you're a very lucky woman. Now shut up, will you, so I can continue reading. Wouldn't it be simpler for you to put the stateroom in the trunk when Chico and, what's his name, come out of it? Rodolfo or whatever. Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo. Wouldn't it, probably their most physical film. I don't remember packing you boys. All the boys stowed away in his trunk. Is this the door to the room or am I in the trunk? Fantastic. Turn off the juice before I get electrocuted. And the over-ordering food, this is a Groucho Marx thing. Repeating with sound 2 hard-boiled eggs. So fresh. So fresh.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That's another one where the bit kept fucking going.
That was a 17-minute bit.
That bit was long as shit.
17-minute bit. Because it's all about...
the food thing, then they brought in the cleaners, then they brought in the food, then they brought in the this and the that.
It's just... So normally the clown car bit is people going out of the clown car. They brought people into the clown car. Yeah. Really beautiful trickery.
So in this bit, we started from the beginning so people get a little bit of description if you haven't seen it yet. Groucho Marx gets put up into... They're on a boat, right? They're going on a boat or whatever.
Yeah.
To some city, New York City. I don't know where the fuck they're going.
I think it's Austria.
It doesn't say.
Oh, no, going from Europe. It's New York.
Yeah, York, New York. And Groucho Marx is put up in a very tiny quarters, right?
It's like
So,
the
and then he
mechanical
has,
room almost.
yeah, he has like a big ass trunk where he brought his stuff, and the trunk is basically taking up half the size of the room. Yada yada. His friends come out of the trunk. Yada yada jokes. They order food, and then people just keep piling into this room, and it's just chaos. Like the screen fills with people to the brim, literally from the floor to the ceiling with people and just the screen. It was pretty good shit. It was just organized chaos, and it's something that it's like a tightrope act throughout the whole fucking, like every bit is like a tightrope act to see if it's gonna go overboard.
Yeah. It's there's the rule of threes, and then there's just fuck this, this, and this is a fuck this bit. All the lines are those my hard boiled eggs. I can't tell until they get in the room. And then when the woman goes, "You got room in there?" "No, come on in."
Yeah.
You better make them short. It's getting kind of crowded in here. I had a premium toy. I had a premonition you were going to show up. Use the phone. I'll bet money you can't even get in the room. So much happened in this one particular scene. And this is, rewatching this, crying. This is like one of those scenes you cry with laughter. It's just so fresh, and it's so like soothing. It's a soothing bit. I don't know how to explain how great, like the sketch comedy, wacky premonitions wouldn't exist without these guys.
Yeah.
It's just big parties.
They were the top upper echelon of vaudeville.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And at this time, look, you had the Stooges and you had the Marx Brothers. And I like both. I like both for different reasons. I like the Marx Brothers for the writing and the acting and how cerebral it is. Though the Stooges did have moments of cerebralism, but I like the Stooges because of how physical it got and how good they were at physical and how much they thumb their noses at the idea of doing something else. Like, your lane. And they just stuck in it for so long and killed a few of them. But you like both
the Marx Brothers, at least particularly in this film too. Just they literally had these moments where you got taken out of the comedy, and were put in performance art, i.e. those fucking beautifully shot, dance numbers with everybody's dancing on the boat and like the spinning around. They did like a P Diddy cam Bad Boys records where they're doing the spinning around the room. And everybody's just in the camera like this, and just like, everybody was having a fucking blast. The piano number was beautiful. The awe of the children's face, the awe of the, all these people are extras, like hundreds of extras on this boat.
Watching them
dancers and stuff. Yeah, like they were having a live show. You watched basically a fucking a Marx Brothers unplugged on this fucking film and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the harp shit was fucking beautiful. That old lady in the background just fucking mesmerized. She was like, "Oh, go off, go off," son. She was like,
how Chico Marx, he just doesn't even play with his he plays with this knuckle. Like, how the fuck are you doing that?
I Googled it. Like I said, I Googled it. I don't be Googling shit. I don't really give a fuck about,
anything.
Facts. Right. But like as soon as I watched that scene, I was like, I think he's really playing that harp.
Yeah.
Like, because the piano stuff I can get. A lot of people play piano back in the day, especially vaudeville.
You didn't put harpo and harp together, huh?
I didn't remember their names. I remember one of them was Harpo. I couldn't remember the order of it because I
probably the guy with the harp.
Yeah, well, there you go. So yeah, and I was like, oh, this guy's fucking nuts, yo. That was just good shit. Yeah. So anyway, all that to say, yes, I love Three Stooges also, and they're good at what they're good at, and these guys are good at fucking everything for some reason.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Was big party scenes being upended, another Marx Brothers staple. And this is predating Fellini by at least 2 decades. I wonder if Fellini watched Marx Brothers films as a youth because they're pretty similar in construction. These big ornate parties that a lot of weird shit is happening, a lot of, and the way that's shot in almost like a theater in the round sort of way. I wonder if Fellini got La Strada from that, or Knights of Cabiria when she's walking down. Yeah, and Knights of Cabiria when she's walking down in the street and in the circus, and these.
Did you see Babylon yet?
No, I still haven't watched it.
I really suggest
I will watch it.
I think you'll fuck with it. It's weird enough where I think you'll be like, nah, this is like some bizarre shit. But they had shots like this where they had these, i.e., Babylon shots where everybody's in bacchanal. I mean, obviously the Babylon movie was much more insidious and just fucked up than this good lighthearted film party was. But same thing, like the choreography of the scenes and the dancing and the people jumping around. It reminded me of that.
Where was I? Chico Marx, really one of the greatest piano players ever. They use the musical interludes as a natural break in the film, almost like your intermission. And the film, Harpo really played the piano on film. And I mean, 2 fucking masters of the physical work. Now he goes to his harp. And you can also see how much joy he got out of playing. He was muting the harp strings by cupping his hand. Very technically sound. Creating dissonance and also creating like again, arpeggio notes, and unbelievable. Now everybody's alerted to them being stowaways. The water cabin scene was really the first of its kind for the Marx Brothers, using a lot of special effects here. They didn't really use a lot of special effects in their films, and this was
I mean, yes, I guess that is that's a special effect. But what did strike me was that this is like a big production film. There was like a lot of big sets, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the water scene, and then it went right into that rope scene afterwards. I was like, oh shit, they had to really pay some safety people. There were probably no safety people.
No.
To be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this was some risky stunt shit.
It was. What's he doing now? I think he's hanging himself. That's a great line. Harpo did all those stunts himself, said in a memoir that this film really did a number on him physically. Have to dress up as the distinguished visitors, which is a Three Stooges trope too, and a Marx Brothers trope where they dress up as the guys in the beards. Chico says, "What do I say?" Groucho says, "Tell him you're not here." It's so funny. We get halfway over, and I remember we forgot the airplane. so good. What are you giving me to set fire to your beard? It's amazing. He's drinking the water to stall. It's so good. The beard comes off.
Hold on. Reconnect.
Oh no. It's not. Did this not work? Where'd you go? What the fuck? You only get one of these. I'm done after
we
this.
Lost Joe.
We did? I'm here.
Let's see if he comes back.
I'm right here. Hello. All right.
That's unfortunate.
I'm right here.
I'm gonna bullshit for a couple seconds.
Wait,
let's scroll on my phone.
Are you really not seeing me?
Happening on the interwebs. I guess maybe his computer went out. Let's see if he picks back up. Oh, you're still seeing me. I don't see you.
Oh, that's
There's
awful.
Literally nobody on the screen but me on my side.
Hold on.
Do you still have 2 boxes on your side?
Yes.
Interesting. So log out, leave and then come back in. See how that works. He's hitting us up from the other side, ladies and gentlemen, and them and theys. He's what film was that where they were like in the TV? Poltergeist? Poltergeist. Pretty sure. Let's see, give him maybe another, where we're at now. We're at the 1 hour mark. I'll give it another minute of bullshitting, and then there we go. Back from the great beyond. Back from the great beyond. I was cracking the fuck up. Did you see me laughing when you?
I did.
'Cause you were like, "Oh no, oh no!"
I did.
Then it went.
I did. No, I did.
Yeah,
all right.
that was good.
Where were we? Yeah, the drinking of the water to stall, so good, so good, and keeps drinking the water. It's so good. Beer comes off, causes the water. Groucho is a great line. Come on, you're gonna be late for jail. Why don't you fellas be nice? Why don't you leave before I get arrested? No, I'd like to stay around and see that. The splitting of the room shot is very innovative. One of the first times it was done on film. Repetition, beds moving, using beds as other props, changing the whole room around, becoming different people. I never saw that in film. I never saw that anywhere.
Yeah, that was a lot of imagination required for that
scene. Real heavy physical work. I don't know how you do that in 2 fucking takes. That had to be a million takes.
It's a lot of and then. And
it just keeps going. That's another, like, there are 2 scenes in here that have to be 30 minutes, right?
No.
The cabin scene when he comes with all the people, that's at least 10 minutes. And this rearranging the room scene is like 15 minutes.
It was 15 minutes. You haven't warped the idea of time, man. It wasn't that long. It was a good scene. It was a long scene, lengthy, but it wasn't that long. I feel like this is probably a recurring theme in your household. That was like an hour. What are you talking about? It was 2 minutes, Joe, if that. 43 minutes, like I said. It was the best sex around.
What is...
What erectile dysfunction!
I was going to do premature ejaculation, but that works too. I was going with premature ejaculation. That works.
Oh, shit.
I got no problem with that.
I'm going to have
I don't think she would either.
For every show, it gives me the giggles, sushi.
Yeah, it's not the diabetes and the blood pressure.
Oh, I did have a soda pop. Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. I saw you drinking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Ricardo hauls off.
Brooklyn. I'm in a dark place, man. My wife's not home. It's been real bad for me these past 7 days.
Happy birthday, Nikki, and happy bachelorette in Orlando. I saw the pictures. I was like, wow.
Yeah, man. She went to Disney. It was super dope. She had a blast.
That's cool. When's she coming home? She's not.
Friday night, basically.
It's the answer. Yeah. All right. Ricardo hauls off, punches Gaspari, who acts like a real lame after being rejected. Gottlieb fires Driftwood. Great one-liner with the cop. Now there's room. I give you my seat, but I'm sitting here. They hatched a plan for the final scene of the film to get Rosa to sing again and make everyone whole. They are all in Gottlieb's office, feet up and smoking and drinking his booze. Here, get yourself a stogie. Gives him a nickel. The old hiding a guy in a closet taking his clothes.
I did that to somebody today. At work, just being a jerk. He held the door for me and I went in my pocket. I said, here you go, thank you.
Yeah. Did he laugh?
Yeah, he laughed. It was good. It was a high.
Very unfunny people you've got there. So they have the scheme to get Ricardo to sing and everyone to fall in love with him. Everyone saying what to Gottlieb is driving him crazy. All the cops descending. Cop bonk Gottlieb. Harpo bonks cop on the head. Ripping clothes off all the actors. Lighting cigarettes off arms. Then the cop and Gottlieb, dressed as gypsies, Harpo swinging the ropes and all the sets coming down, snatching wigs, ripping up the sets. Lights out in the theater. Now Gottlieb has to find a new star. Ricardo and Rosa there to save the day. They get a standing ovation, and Buldas Pari. He then goes back out for the encore. Season is saved, and they aren't arrested, all in the name of opera. Going through the contract thing again, and Harpo rips the coat of Gottlieb in half. The credits roll. No Marx Brothers film is a masterpiece. I'm not here for the film itself. I'm here for what's in the film, and that's Groucho, Harpo, and Chico. The freshest comedy of the day is still fresh, and I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a. You said 4 out of 5. Give it a 4.1.
Okay. You can,
I'll give it a 4 because it didn't have any black people in it, and if it did, it would have been racist. So there's that. So I'll give it a 4.2. Thank you for not putting black people in this and being racist. Actually,
I agree.
Thanks for not doing that.
Yeah. It's just
this
so
shit was
fresh.
tight, man.
It's just so fresh. It's just so pleasing. It's like a warm hug. The Marx Brothers. They're like a warm hug.
This is because you bring up my wife Nikki, and watching this film and watching a lot of other films from like the 1930s, 40s Americana reminds me of her late father. He was very into that era, and it showed in his personality and his dry sense of humor. He had one-liners like that. I know. I've never discussed Groucho Marx with him, but just watching this, I was like, that's literally exactly how he would talk. He would pump out these one-liners, these zingers, these underhanded comments that it's so matter-of-factly, and it was so fucking funny to me.
Yeah. I think
he had a big personality that he was like, though, and he dressed dapper like that, even in Miami. He dressed like if he was in the 1940s. You know what I'm saying? Or 50s.
The quickest elders in my life who were older Jews and older Italians loved the Marx Brothers. Loved the Marx Brothers. And they were so quick and so ahead of thought. Like, it almost felt like they had an answer for a thought you were just having. Yeah. And it's still so unbelievably refreshing. Like, I don't laugh at new comedy because new comedy is just not funny. It just doesn't make me laugh. And these guys, I can just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And I thank them for that. And, I know they've been dead for a long time, but I thank them. Very happy that this is the Marx Brothers I chose, because there are some where the lines are okay. The lines are okay, but the movie's a drag. Duck Soup is a drag. I know people really, really like it, but it's a drag. It's an hour and like 28 minutes, and it feels like you're there for 5 hours, in my opinion.
I watched this on Tubi, and it didn't feel.
There were no commercials. Forever. They lied.
Yeah.
I had no commercials.
You had no commercials? Why? I had commercials. I watched it on Tubi.
Yakubian.
You fucking idiot. So the Three Stooges had a remake with Will Sasso. And, Will Sasso.
Sean Hayes.
Hayes.
And I can't remember who played Mo. Nobody of import.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, he wasn't.
No, it was Sean Penn.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not Sean Penn? Yes, it fucking was.
No, it wasn't.
Tell you, dude, it was Sean Penn.
Oh my God!
I'm like, it was somebody actually really big, and it was nuts.
It was not.
Sean Penn played the guy with the red hair.
Will Sasso, Sean Hayes, and Chris Diamantopoulos was Mo.
That's what I said. Chris Diamantopoulos.
Penn.
Wait, so Will Sasso played Curly, obviously. Sean Hayes played who then? He played
Larry.
The one with the red hair?
Larry.
Curly Arrimo, right? And who the fuck is the other guy then? I don't know who the other guy is.
Shemp?
I can't remember. No, there was no Shemp in that remake. I'm trying to picture who played.
There's only 3.
Yeah, but you said the name, but I don't remember who he was. 2012.
What are you talking about? Will Sasso was Curly. Chris Demontopoulos was
Mo.
Mo.
I don't remember. What I'm saying is I don't remember who the fuck Chris Demontopoulos is.
I just said nobody of import. Nobody that matters.
Oh, he really isn't. He was in... He is that blank white face guy. He's white guy in whatever thing you see.
Because that's,
Good Girls Revolt, Mickey Mouse, Once Upon a Studio. Yeah, he looks like several white people I've seen in my life. He's Canadian, that's why. They have a very...
If I was in that casting office and they were like, I should play Mo, I'd say, who? And they go, Chris Demontopoulos. I would say...
Who the fuck is Chris Demontopoulos?
I would say, 1, you're fired, and 2, on the way out, can you get me Sean Penn?
You know who I thought, though, I had it fucked up? For whatever reason, what popped up in my head was Sean Penn played Sean Hayes' character, and I was
Larry?
Like, it was some wild... Yeah, like he played Larry. For some
Sean
reason,
Penn would play Mo. I feel like Sean Penn would play Mo if he was cast in that. But that would also be hard.
Sean Penn in that was like a very weird comedy in recent times, I guess. He was like in a very weird comedy where he had to put on a makeup and hair and shit.
This Must Be the Place. He played like an amalgamation of Robert Smith from The Cure. He was in a really weird like 80s goth band. It wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, he is. He looks weird. Yeah, anyway, with that said, recast. Who would you recast as a current Marx Brothers? Let's just stick with the 3 because that's the 3 that we know.
Yeah. Groucho. Boy, it's got to be someone. It has to be Jim Carrey. Yeah, it has to be Jim Carrey.
I don't think he has... I mean, I respect your pick, but I don't think he has enough asshole in him. Groucho has asshole in his delivery. Like, this guy's a fucking jerk.
I don't know.
Jim Carrey has a little more sarcasm than asshole.
I think Jim Carrey could do it. For Chico, I'd want Bill Hader. And for Harpo,
Bill Hader does do a good Italian.
Yeah.
If we're sticking to what they do, he does do a funny ass Italian.
And for Harpo, somebody who doesn't talk and can do great facial expressions. Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind with this one. Okay. For Harpo, I would do Dave Chappelle. But they would have to be white, right? Because they're brothers?
I don't think they're brothers in this thing. They're just 3 guys. They're not brothers in this film.
Right. Well,
remember, Groucho and Chico meet each other. They don't even know each other.
Yeah, I think Dave Chappelle could carry... Because I don't want to cast Chris Tucker. Just not have him in my movie.
So you're okay. You're talking about Jim Carrey, and then you said who else?
Bill Hader.
And
Dave Chappelle.
What ages are you talking about? You're not talking about now.
No, they'd have to be 20 years younger, probably.
And Bill Hader is 10.
Bill Hader's like almost 50, brother.
He's not the same age as those 2 guys, though. Those guys are like Jim Carrey's damn near 60.
Jim Carrey is 60.
Right?
Well, how old
Dave
do you
Chappelle's 50 something. Bill Hader is in his 40s.
Okay. Groucho Marx was 45 when this came out.
White people age terribly. Everybody knows that.
Brother, you asked me about ages. I'm just giving you the numbers.
What I'm saying is these guys all are not the same age group, is all I'm saying. But if it doesn't matter,
no,
it doesn't matter.
No.
So here's what I got. I am having a hard time with the Harpo one though. So that I'm hoping I come to that conclusion as I reach the end. For Groucho, I'm gonna go with John Mulaney. I like John Mulaney.
Hate him.
And I don't think you're gonna know this guy, but for Chico, there's this guy on SNL. He's Cuban. He's a new cast member. He's very funny. I don't know his fucking name. Spanish kid, Cuban kid. Very fucking funny. And so Chico would be more of a Cuban version in this modern era than
what's his
an
name?
Italian version. I don't fucking know. Kid from SNL. Something Spanish.
Okay. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. Cuban guy. Cuban SNL actor. His name is Marcelo Hernandez.
Sure, I'll go. I'm with it. You know, this is also where John Leguizamo might be okay as Harpo.
You know what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
There you go. But for me, I like to keep everybody around somewhere around the same range, right?
Okay.
John Mulaney is obviously older than the kid that I just talked about. That kid is like in his 20s, and John Mulaney's in his almost 50.
No, I think he's only in his early
mid 40s, right?
All right, maybe.
Oh, he looks terrible too. He does terrible.
Well, he did a lot of coke.
Damn, who had good facial expressions?
I just told you, John Leguizamo. He could do it.
You know what? I'm gonna give him two different. I'm gonna put Sean Hayes as Harpo. He does good facial expressions and he does good action. You don't like Sean Hayes?
No.
You don't like Sean Hayes?
I don't like Sean
Hayes. What's wrong with you, man? You don't like Sean Hayes?
I don't like Sean Hayes. I didn't like Will and Grace. I didn't like Will and Grace at all. That show sucks.
I didn't watch a lot of it, but when I did, I liked it. His parts were great. It wasn't his fault. Everything else, those two, Will and Grace, weren't spectacular, obviously. You know, but
you know what they reminded me of? Will and Grace, the two actors, Eric McCormick and Deborah Messing, like when you come on white toast. You know, you didn't think about that. Now give me Chico.
I did Chico already, man. I told you the Cuban kid.
Oh, you're keeping Chico as the Cuban kid. Okay,
yeah, I'm keeping the Cuban kid. Yeah.
Okay, so Harpo is Sean Hayes, and your movie's terrible. I understand.
Who would be a good Harpo? Damn. That's around somewhere between.
Ricky Gervais could do it. He pulls good faces.
What are you talking about?
He pulls good faces.
Stop smoking whatever you're smoking, all right? You're fucking.
You should watch Extras, and you should watch the original Office.
Go. Look. Here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a weird Harpo.
One of those Shriners kids from the commercial.
You say Shriners, man. What's the crackhead? What's the drug addict comedian kid? The skinny one.
Pete Davidson.
Harpo. Boom.
Wow, how do I know?
John Mulaney, Cuban kid, and Pete Davidson.
Wow, that is the most annoying film I've ever seen in my entire life. You know.
If we want to do the counterpoint to your version, where there's a black actor, Kenan Thompson has good facial expressions.
I could put Kenan,
and I'm obviously leaning towards keeping it SNL vibes, whatever.
You know, I would put. Okay, I got one. This is a good one. I put Kenan as Harpo, Kel as Chico, and the guy who molested everybody as Groucho. It was all the lead up for a joke. So good. That felt good to say. And make myself laugh.
Come on, man.
I can separate the art from the artist, Don.
Counterpoint. Let's do. What are some comedy families that we know? The Wayans brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Groucho would be Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you would do Sean as Chico and Harpo as
Marlon.
Marlon, for sure. Yeah, I think that
works for me.
Pretty even. That's pretty even too.
As it's also known,
that's
Mo Money.
That damn, I have not seen that one in a long time.
I was
the one that they were all three of them, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, so good.
Wait, is it Damon or was it the older brother?
No, Damon.
Oh, okay.
Because I gotta say, Keenan Ivory Wayans is not funny. He's a good idea man. He's just not funny.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. He did what he had to do.
It's okay. It's okay.
He played the cornball straight man. So he did what he got.
It was super cornbally.
Same thing with Sean. Sean is like, he's funny. Sean is not funny, but he's not the funniest out of.
Well, Marlon is.
He's a good counterpoint to Marlon. Yeah,
Marlon and Damon are it in that family. That's it.
Yeah, the sister's good too.
Kim? Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah, she's good. I don't know any other comedy families. Do you?
Well, the Three Stooges, they're a comedy family.
They don't count.
I'm sure there are many
comedians that are related.
Both, the Bridges family, they're not comedians. Bill Murray, Brian Doyle Murray, he's got like 4 brothers.
I didn't know. I thought Bill Murray was a single child this whole time. I had no idea.
There was a great show on Comedy Central back in like the early 2000s, maybe even the late 90s, where they just played golf, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
Awful.
They're all actors. They're all like comic actors. It was very funny.
So then, how about Belushi?
There wasn't enough. Well, Jim Belushi is horrible.
I like Jim Belushi.
I know you do. You've mentioned this numerous times, and it's a point of contention.
He's Garfield.
John Belushi is okay. Like, he was fine in Animal House. I don't like the Blues Brothers. What else did he make, really? He was in SNL. Some of it was funny. Cheeseburger was funny. Like, but the samurai thing wasn't funny. There was a lot of not funny from John Belushi.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of not funny, as it turns out, from that era, just in general.
Yeah.
Mostly problematic. I find 70s, I mean, you're going to disagree. I find a lot of things from the 70s and early 80s to be extremely problematic retroactively.
Well, comedy-wise, yes.
Well, it's whoa.
I still think film-wise, it is the most groundbreaking decade for film. Like, it's the most groundbreaking decade for film, for African American film, for LGBTQ film, for technical film, for the gritty way film is shot, for how it influenced Tarantino and I mean, I don't like Tarantino, but how it influenced Paul Thomas Anderson and Wes Anderson and John Singleton and all those cats. Like, it's the most important decade for film, bar none. And it's not subjective. It's objective. Like, everybody considers the 70s like the highest point of culture for film, you know? Melvin Van Peebles.
Yeah.
I mean, just because, you have fish in your stomach trying to get out, don't take it out on the rest of us.
Swimming upriver. All right. So now we're in May. It's going to be May. Justin Timberlake. Huh?
What is May? What are we doing?
It's going to be May.
I got it. I know.
It's May.
It's May. What are we doing? Did we say what we're doing?
No, not really. We didn't really get around to it. I don't know. We said something last episode. You know what I was thinking of? Do we want to try to get guests this month again or no?
We could. It's just going to be hectic with what I've got going on at the moment.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what your schedule is legit yet, right?
No.
Well, that would require, I guess that would be a thing where, I guess we could just play by ear and, yeah, we'll just play by ear. But I think, What is the month of May? What does that even look like to ask Google?
What did we say? We said like
we were dancing around with musicals. That didn't happen.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Then we said maybe bad movies, and then we were like, maybe.
Well, we just watched The Past and that.
Yeah, I think I've had my fill. May month. What is it?
It's May.
National Returning Youth Month. What? National Miniature Garden Month. Oh, that's adorable. It's Jewish American Heritage Month.
That's it.
It's Global Employee Health and Fitness Month. It's Better Speech and Language Month.
All right,
it's
man.
ALS Awareness Month. It's Skin Cancer Awareness Month. It's National Preservation Month. It's National Wildfire Awareness Month.
It's May. Let's do backdraft.
Cystic Fibrosis. National Foster Care Month. Correct Your Posture Month.
Let's do my left foot.
Drum Month. National Dental Care Month. Celiac Disease Awareness Month. My stomach hurts. Is this gluten? Fuck. I said gluten free, man.
I ate a ravioli.
Oh God. Just give me a code to the fucking bathroom, man. I don't want to buy a burger from McDonald's. I don't care if you gotta be a customer. Just give me the code.
I thought it was a shrimp. It was I'm gonna die. Joe, kill Selena.
National Asparagus Month. National Stroke Awareness Month. National Moving Month. National Brain Tumor Awareness Month. National Mental Health Awareness Month. Sturge-Weber Syndrome Awareness Month.
All right. Can I go? I don't know what that is. Can I go? I don't want to do this
anymore. Weird thing on her face. This it's weird. Motorcycle safety. National Military. Melanoma. You know how there's ribbons, colors assigned to things?
Yeah, but is melanoma like puke green?
No. The National Mental Health Awareness Month is a hunter green ribbon. Melanoma Awareness Month is a black ribbon. Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month is also May.
What color ribbon is that? What color is it?
It's no ribbon, man. It's just they just show
ribbon,
people. What else?
What color is it, Don? I gotta know.
National Lyme Disease Awareness Month.
Jesus Christ! It's just May.
Why are there so many things?
Because the people are stupid and they want to fucking feel good, like like it's not anything else.
National Inventors Month, and lastly, American Cheese Month. So we have
American cheese. American cheese is fantastic. People don't tell you American cheese
of things to choose from.
Okay, well, let's not choose any of those things. What about?
Why don't we have people? Why don't we request people to send in a small video of?
Are you fucking kidding?
No, just like, hey, I want you guys to watch this movie. We don't have to choose it, but we would tell people to do it. Hey, I want you to choose this movie as my favorite movie because whatever. And we'll pick the best out of the batch, maybe the two best and the two worst.
Are we that devoid of ideas?
Yeah, I just read a list of awarenesses,
ailments.
I didn't want to be aware of.
Ailments and cheese.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's text and think about it a little further, because I'm not asking motherfuckers to say they're gonna say stupid shit to me. I don't want it. I don't want to hear stupid shit.
Terrible friends.
No, so do you. Your friends are terrible. You're just...
My friends are great.
All right, fine. Friends are great, care. Man. All right, his friends are great. I'm Joe Sonnenblick, Yakubian Joe, signing off.
Yeah. Don Vega.
It must be May. Be back. It's National Stroke Month.
We'll be back sometime next week. We'll fix it in post. Oh, that's movie reviews.